Hi everyone, welcome back to the collective. This is Daisy. If you're new to my channel, hi, thank you, welcome for, or thank you for coming. So I'm going to start off this by saying that I am using my mini kit Monday as part of my collective video or layout, what have you, whatever goes best with that sentence. You choose. Choose your own adventure sentence. So here I'm looking through the papers and I'm trying to see what elements I'm going to use to scrapbook this photograph that's over to my right hand side. And I do want to use part of these cut apart sheets. I haven't cut apart these papers. Actually, these are all from the Along the Way paper pad from Jen Hadfield. And so I just wanted to go ahead and get a head start on using them. And I've already used this collection of papers from my mini kit Monday in two other layouts, and or no, three total. This is the third one. And so I've pulled out one sheet from each of the doubles that are in the paper pad, and I'm trying to use those up. For the month of January, I'm going to see how far I get along with that. I still have quite a few 12 by 12 papers, and that's okay with me. I did point out the sketch. It's not exactly a sketch. It's a copy or a screenshot of a layout that I found on Pinterest. I actually don't know who did it. If you do know who did it, then kind of leave it in the comments down below. I got a lot of positive feedback for this month's inspiration. I picked out 5 layouts and a card layout as well for the month, as well as a recipe. And if you aren't familiar with the Mini Kit Monday group, you should come check us out over at the Mini Kit Monday Facebook challenge group. I think that's the name of it. And I have all of those posted. You can win a chance to win a curated kit this month by me. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun looking at everybody's different inspirations. So I am following that one layout that I did use as this month's inspiration. It had a lot of hearts, and I didn't directly translate the layout like it has it, with the only exception being that I used the heart shapes. I really haven't done something like this where I have repeating elements, I don't think. But it is super fun, and it is one of those pages that came along rather quickly. So if you're in a pinch and you want to do something quick, repeating elements is always a fun way to do a quick layout. I wanted to use several of the patterns, and I think that was one of the biggest challenges, is that I don't really like cutting into pattern papers that are full 12 by 12, which is probably where a 6 by 6 paper pad would come into play very easily. I didn't put one into my Mini Kit Monday kit, and that probably would have been better had I not decided that I was just going to use the paper pad. I don't think I had one in the recipe anyway, so that's probably why I stuck to just the paper pad of the collection. I hope I just made sense. I kind of lost myself in the middle of the thought. So one of the ways that I did decide I wanted to kind of stay close to it is that it had, my layout doesn't have 2 photographs in the layout that I'm using as inspiration. It does. I'm just going to call it sketch from now on because I think that's just easier. But I did decide to use a tag and a photograph, and I'm using a full-on 4 by 6 photograph. I do cut the bottom off of the photograph just a little bit, but it's mainly intact and it's mainly around that same size. So I used the tags to kind of go for the other photograph in the sketch, and I am going to add journaling, except mine might go underneath the title, which is Hello Sweetie Pie. You haven't seen the pie word just yet, but I do add it to the layout. And the sketch itself, the hearts are going down top to bottom on the left-ish kind of hand side, and I did mine on the opposite side. I could probably make another page for my niece, because this is a picture of her daughter, and make it where there's a layout facing this one, and the hearts are on the left-hand side. That might be an idea. Or you could do a double page layout and have the hearts on opposite ends of the pages and have pictures come across throughout the middle. That would be another great idea. And possibly one that I would write down if I was really organized and have it as a future idea for a layout. Hopefully I come back and watch my own video. That might be something that I can do so I can take notes. So anyway, I did have some dimensional pieces in my layout, including this heart. I did add dimensional foam to it, and the rest I'm just using ATG tape to hold it down. I had the tags together and the photograph, and this one heart just happened to be touching the photograph with foam. Funny story, as I was putting in the paperclip sticker that you see on the top right hand side of the corner of the photograph, it did not want to come up because I had changed my mind. It was stuck. I was too lazy to use the undo. I think it's undo. I must admit, I get a little bit lazy sometimes, and that's okay, I guess. It helps to work around some mistakes sometimes, to make your brain work a little different, or challenge your brain to not just go on full automatic as you're scrapbooking. Does anybody else do that, where they kind of don't think too much about what's happening if you're following a sketch directly or translating it directly? Let me know in the comments down below. So I did use that cut apart tag in the black and white, and then I used one of the neutral tags in my kit. I ended up using a dimensional foam word sticker that came in my kit, and I also am using several of these heart shapes. I'm using several heart dies, which is another tool that I ended up using in my for my kit this month. I'm really happy that I am pulling out more tools to use, and that I am remembering to use those objects that I don't tend to use every day. I had cardstock stickers and I had chipboard stickers that I could have just used willy-nilly and tried to work with the shapes, and I didn't. I ended up using tools, and so I'm really excited about that. So here the layout looked like it needed a couple of dark elements, and so towards the bottom of the page, because I think I worked with some hearts, I cut some ahead to kind of not waste any time, and then I ended up using darker elements so that as I went down further into the page, and I noticed that I needed some darker elements for some contrast in the page. I really like that idea, and towards the end, you'll see where I think I finished my layout, and then I end up going back in the detail photos. You'll see that I have all of my hearts are outlined, especially with that thin pen from Pentel. It's like a 0.25 millimeter ballpoint pen. And so the line is very, very thin. You can hardly tell, but you can tell enough that the hearts have contrast. So here I put the word pie in that mustardy yellow color, and I didn't like the way it ended up looking. I did want to use some of these chipboard elements that are from the Bliss collection from Simple Stories, and I didn't, unfortunately, end up using any of them. I tried, but I think it was just the fact that I wanted all these heart shapes to kind of take center stage. I used a couple of other elements as well. Here you see that I also added Heidi Swap Color Shine, and I thought my page was done. Of course, it never happens. I added sequins, and I also added these dimensional baubles in these little stickers that I found in the flat letter alphas from Thickers as well. So you can tell here that I added the date, and I was also outlining the hearts. And for funsies, I just added 2 photo corners on the left-hand side of the layout. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the other ladies that are participating in the collective, and we will see you next month on the 3rd Wednesday of the month for a new collective video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day wherever you are. Bye!